now to meet the men from the Ministry. We present Wilfrid, Hyde, and Richard Murdoch in The Men from the Ministry, a weekly tribute to those who steer the frail craft of government up the muddy waters of modern life. Without hesitation, without fear, and often without a paddle. The General Assistance Department in Whitehall is accustomed to tackling a wide variety of questions. Anything may come their way, from routine clerical tasks to a complex aviation problem.
Now then, too, have we taken into account the question of aerodynamics, wingspan, and lifting power, do you think?
Yes, one. The wind velocity is almost nil, and the basic simplicity of design should ensure a trouble-free flight.
Good, then we're all set. Let her go.
Right, here we are. There. Oh, yes. That's a splendid paper dart. See, smooth as a bird.
Capital, capital. I told you that paper clip on the nose would make all the difference. Now, wait a moment. Oh, look, do I detect some tail spin?
Yes, it's wobbling. It's nosedived into the waste paper basket.
Oh.
Ah, well, so much for that one.
Best place for it, right. That's 7 seconds for the Ministry of Labour form. How do we stand now?
Well, the Ministry of Transport's leading.
Is it?
Their heavy pink traffic survey stayed airborne for a full 10 seconds.
Aha, excellent. What about that rather lightweight Foreign Office form? How did that do?
Difficult to say. That one swerved off course and went out through the window.
Oh, well, I blame that red sticker on it. Top secret, I think it said. Spoilt the balance, you know.
Mildred, you're back. I say your eye looks a little bit red.
Yeah, I was just coming down Whitehall and a flipping great paper dart caught me on the eyeball. Some idiot must have thrown it out the window.
Oh, yes, quite. What's that you brought in?
It's the staff magazine, sir. You said you wanted it as soon as
Yes.
it arrived.
Oh, marvellous. It may have my article in it. Here's your copy one. Thank you, Mildred.
Flipping twits, whoever they are, slinging paper darts around like 3-year-olds.
This should be a good issue of the staff magazine, too. I've done a little piece for them myself, you know.
Yes, you told me. Several times.
Oh, did I? Yes. Well, now, Smetherby at the Board of Trade, he's the editor, of course. He begged me to write a piece about the duties of a senior civil servant. Nobody could write it like you, he said. Very strange. Capable fellow Smetherby.
Smetherby.
Always thought so,
yes.
yeah. Capable fellow.
Yes. Well, I must confess, I only dashed off a few quick notes on the bus.
Really? That's how you did it. I spent a bit of time on my piece. Got quite involved in it, as a matter of fact. Nearly missed my coffee break.
They have used my thing. Look, page 6.
Let me see. Good. And page 7.
Yes.
My holiday in Ostend by our Lamb. What's this, continued next month?
Well, who'd have thought it?
I can't seem to find my bit.
Now, let's have a look. Yes. Cooking a pheasant in brandy by P. Smith of the Pensions and National Assistance Board. Readers' letters, gardening notes.
A good year for leaks by Brown of the Admiralty. No, that's not it.
Crossword, retirements. This must be your piece here. At the bottom of page 29. In between Kiddy's Corner and Just a Moment.
What?
4.5 lines.
Good heavens, that fellow Smetherby wants his head seeing to. Just a moment, indeed. Hello?
Pitkin here.
Sir Gregory, how nice of you to call. We were just talking about
Never mind that. Now, what are you two chaps working on, eh?
What are we two chaps working on? Well, what are we... I must admit, there's not a lot actually on at the moment, you know. We've lots of things in the air. Oh, dear, that's good. Yes, lots of things in the air.
Have you sorted out that records room yet?
Records room? Oh, the room where they keep the records. Yes, of course. No, I was just about to send somebody...
Never mind sending anybody. Get down there yourself. That records room is an absolute disgrace. Stuck to the ceiling with mildewed old papers. Sort the lot out, will you?
Yes.
Find out what's useless and what's not, and throw the useless ones away.
Yes, but surely, Sir Gregory, you don't expect me to do that.
Well, of course I expect you to do it. Right, get on with it.
Right, Sir Gregory, and do give my kindest regards to Lady Pip. Oh, good heavens, he's gone. We really must get this faulty line fixed, too. Keeps cutting people off.
What did he want?
Oh, some business about the records room. He wants you to go and tidy it up.
Is it about time for lunch? Oh, dear, it's Monday. That means the staff canteen has shepherd's pie.
I thought there'd been complaints about the shepherd's pie.
Yes, the catering committee went down and tasted it.
What happened?
They brought it up at the next meeting. Still, nothing's been done about it.
Well, I shall be lunching at my club, as usual. But first of all, we better look at this records room, as Sir Gregory is so anxious about it.
Oh, all right.
My word, these old records have piled up, haven't they? I shouldn't think anyone's tidied through this lot for years.
Here's one, for instance. It's all about a deadly new weapon.
Oh?
Yes, the Maxim automatic machine gun. According to this, it's all up with the Kaiser once it goes into service. Yes, the report's stamped highly confidential.
Isn't that typical? Makes a laughing stock of all security, that sort of thing. Highly confidential indeed.
Yes, ridiculous.
Should be top secret. Now listen. Put it on one side and we'll change the classification later. Now, let's have a look round the back. That's where the really old files are.
They're all thick with dust.
Thick with dust.
Should have been thrown out years ago. I say, this one's really old, dating from 1588.
1588? That's good gracious, the reign of the first Queen Elizabeth.
Yes. Look at this. Records of the General Assistance Department. I wonder what sort of work the department did in those days.
Let me see. It's rather hard to read this writing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yes. Seems they helped out any other section of the service that was overloaded, just as we do.
Yeah, can I say?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Ye Lord Chamberlain hath charged us that we do act as censors for all plays, mummings, and bawdy entertainments, to see that nothing doth offend the ear of the Queen's subjects.
Extraordinary thing. I wonder what sort of men they were in the office in those days. Very different from us, I should imagine.
Oh, sure to be. It's hard to picture them, isn't it? Just listen to this item here. Monday, ye 9th of January, 1588. Verily, ye department hath a deal of work to cope with.
Odds bodkins, too. Verily, ye department hath a deal of work to cope with. We must get rid of some of it. Take your quill and write pass to you on all these parchments, will you?
We'll let Sir Francis Bacon's office handle them. What's the date today? Yes, 9th of January, 1588.
I'm not really in the mood for work. My young daughters had friends in at the weekend. Quite exhausted me.
High-spirited, are they?
Dreadful. It's green sleeves on the lute and clavichord from morning till night.
I blame these groups of strolling players from the north.
Yes.
They started it.
By the way, of course they did. Listen, has the South broadsheet been delivered yet?
Yes, and they've given my little contribution quite a splash. Look, pages 7 to 12.
Oh, yes. Walks in Wessex with compass and spyglass. Very interesting, I'm sure. I can't seem to find the piece I wrote for them, though.
Oh, yes, here it is, down in the corner, under that new feature they've started, Just a Moment, it's called. I wonder if it'll last. Oh, I say, this one's rather good.
Thank you.
No, not your bit. I mean,
what?
Just a moment. It seems a dancing bear went into a tavern one day and ordered a flagon of ale. And the man behind the counter...
Never mind that. Never mind the man behind. Let's get back to work. We've got a lot to get through before lunch.
Oh, dear, lunch. Oh, and it's Monday. That means the staff refectory has shepherd's pie. Always shepherd's pie on Monday. Still, they promised to change it soon.
Yes, well, I think I'll have lunch at my guild, as usual. Probably start with starling tongue pie and whole hog in apple sauce. 15 courses should be enough. I'm not very hungry today.
Anyway, we'd better get on with these plays. 2 of the playwrights are coming in today, and we've promised that their stuff will be censored by now.
Playwrights, yes. What were their names again? They're in the diary.
Yes, let me see. John Grumdingle and William Shakespeare. Can't say I've heard of them.
Well, you should have. Mark my words, there's one of our most promising playwrights. Yes, the name of John Grumdingle will go down in history. Don't think much of the other fellow, though.
You mean William Shakespeare?
Yes, I think that's his name. Every time he writes to us, he spells his name differently. Shakespeare, Shaxpeare, Shoxpeare. If you ask me, he's trying to work some kind of tax fiddle.
Mildred.
I thought you glasses of Malmsey wine, sir.
Good heavens, is it Malmsey wine break already? Any sign of that playwright, fellow?
Oh, no, not yet. It sounds so exciting, isn't it? William Shakespeare coming to visit us. Here, I wonder what he looks like.
Good morrow, gentlemen.
Good morrow.
May this our meeting lead to friendship fair, with sweet communion wafting on the air, and he that doth not call this day...
Oh, it's him! Oh, wait till I tell my Bernard I met you. Here, we saw your last play. 15 stabbings and a ghost. Oh, it was lovely.
That'll do, Mildred. Off you go.
Oh, all right, sir. dear. I better go and wash me wimple.
Odds fish, a buxom wench.
Yes, I wish you wouldn't wear those tight dresses, though. It does interfere with my breathing.
Yes, now, would you like to take a seat, sir? What about this play of yours?
Aye. What think you on it, eh? Is it well writ?
Well, our concern is not with the merit of the play, only the censorship. And regarding censorship,
Leave that for a moment, sire. We'll come to that. First, tell me how liked you the play as a play.
I don't think we want to go into that now.
Come, sir, come. I'm eager to learn. The frank opinion of a reader shall most helpful be.
Well, it's very promising, but perhaps there are one or two points that are not quite perfect.
Not quite perfect? Insolent blackguard! When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
Now, sir, steady, please. My number 2 here's an author himself, you know.
Never mind that, sire. How dare you insult my work?
Well, we were only trying to be... I mean, you said that...
Know you who I am, sir? By Jupiter. You'll pay for this.
Now, look here. If you playwrights knew how to learn from criticism, they wouldn't be pulling down all the theatres and turning them into bowling greens, you know.
Or putting up all these shapeless new Tudor buildings.
Oh, quite right.
My Drake's beard, I'll take this from no man.
That'll do, sir. I'm the official censor.
You, sir, are a poltroon.
And you, sir, are a scallywag.
I won't have that from
You
you.
will have it. You get out of this. Now, hold your head up, too. That'll stop your nose bleeding.
Oh, it is...
Rascally knaves couldn't take criticism. Fancy having the audacity to aim a blow at me. Lucky I ducked.
Yeah, lucky. Unlucky I was standing behind you.
Is your nose still bleeding?
Yeah.
Only one thing for it. I'll slip this key down your back. That'll do the trick. Now, I'm going to make out a warrant for the arrest of that fellow Shakespeare. Have to learn he can't go around thumping members of Her Majesty's civil service.
Quite right, Mark.
Now then, warrant. Where's the key of the parchment cupboard, I wonder?
Oh, it's down the back of my doublet.
Oh, yes.
Just one.
Down your doublet?
Yes, you...
What on earth are you doing now? City place again. I haven't get it out. Now write this warrant. Then Mildred can take it straight round to the magistrate's court.
Oh.
Good morrow, Mildred.
Oh, Bernard. Here, fancy seeing you.
Doing a bit of shopping. I'm after one of them new short Italian doublets. Very sharp with the 2-inch rough and drainpipe hose. Here, will you turn out the office, love?
Well, me master sent me round to the magistrates to get a warrant sworn. We had a right ding-dong in the office this morn.
Go on.
Well, that playwright Shakespeare come in, see, and had a row with Master Richard over his new play. And being a writer, he has this lovely way of speaking. The quality of mercy is not strained, he said. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. Then he give him a punch up the bracket.
Oh, that's what your father will do to me and all if he catches us talking.
Yeah, especially after last night. Dad says if he ever saw you hanging round our house again, he'd take it up with his club.
Which club's that, Mildred?
The big knobbly one. Here, Bernard, look, I must go. They're having a busy morning at the office. First censoring the plays, and then they've got to sort out some new import licenses.
Now then, to these import licenses. I gather that fellow Raleigh's brought back some new stuff from the Americas.
Yes, we've got the samples here. There's something called potato and something called tobacco.
Tobacco, what a funny name. Well, I've heard a bit about it. Have you tried it yet?
Well, yes, I couldn't resist it. I put a bit in this pipe thing this morning and kept on inhaling. I thought it was rather dull.
Was it? Did it light easily?
Light. Oh, you mean you have to... Oh, I see.
Yes. Take a light from the fireplace.
Yes, all right.
That's the idea. That's it. Now then, puff at it. What's it like?
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, this will never catch on.
Smells delicious. Let me see. Oh, dear. You filled the thing with bits of potato. This is the tobacco.
Oh, well. I wasn't to know, was I?
No, never mind.
They
Tell you what.
said.
Yes, they should indeed. Tell you what we'll do. Just around. We'll put a little tax on the tobacco, shall we? Say a groat an ounce. Purely as a temporary measure, of course.
Oh, yes, purely a temporary measure.
What the devil's going on? What are you two up to? Stack me codpiece? The place is full of smoke.
Oh, good morning, Sir Gregory. How nice of you to call. Don't worry about all this smother. My number 2's been smoking some potato.
Has it? Now, this is important. I've just had Sir Francis Bacon under me.
Ooh, the Lord High Chamberlain. Good gracious.
Exactly. One of the most powerful men in the country. He said you had an appointment with some playwright fellow, Shakespeare or something his name.
Shakespeare.
Yes,
he's already...
yes, that's the name. Yes, well, it's most essential that Shakespeare is not upset in any way. Sir Francis says he has a big future. He's a favourite at the court. He's to write a play for the Queen.
Oh, dear.
Well, you must give Shakespeare every cooperation. See that he's kept happy.
Kept happy, did you say?
Yes, otherwise you'll get on the wrong side of Sir Francis.
Oh.
Yes, like poor old Tilsley did.
Oh, yes, poor old Tilsley.
So, they say he went to the block like a man.
Like a man, did he? Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, very good little execution, so I'm told.
Yes.
Well, we need that sort of thing, don't we? I mean, to get the audiences back.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Well, remember what I've told you, when this fellow, Spear-Shake comes in.
Yes, the Gregor, yes. Now, do give my regards to Lady Pitt. Oh, he's gone. So we really must get that faulty door fixed. It keeps slamming shut.
But never mind the door, man. What about Shakespeare? Mustn't be upset, he said. We've already had a flaming row with him.
Now, don't lose your head.
Yes, but I don't want to.
It's just a question of finding Shakespeare, having a chat with Shakespeare, apologize to Shakespeare for your rudeness, and then we'll smooth things over.
But where can we find him?
Where can we find writers? Only one place, in the tavern, of course.
Excuse me, sir, there's a man to see you. Another playwright.
Another playwright?
Yes, there were two coming in today, weren't there? This'll be that other chap, Grunding.
Oh, yes, well, can't bother about him. Tell him we have to go out, Mildred. You must wait till we get back. Will you tell him that?
And I got your warrant sworn at the courthouse, sir. They're sending out a constable straight away.
Good. Warrant? Oh, good gracious, the warrant for Shakespeare.
What?
Quick, let's get over to the tavern before they arrest the fellow. Keep your eyes open, too. This is the writer's favourite tavern. Shakespeare's bound to be here somewhere.
I know they often come to these places. All this pushing and jostling and... Oh, I say, my good fellow, what you're doing with that tray? You're spilling your drinks all over me.
I'm spilling what, sir?
Your drinks on me.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'll have a goblet of sack.
No, you misunderstand, my good man.
Are you making sport with an honest working man?
Oh.
You're asking for a thump in the
Oh,
nose.
for heaven's sake, don't get a thumb. But pay for his wine. Look, there's our man over there sitting at the bar with drinks all round.
Sitting
See?
with what?
Yeah, drinks all round.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'll have another goblet of sack. Wait till the barmaid your thing.
Tell him about what?
Let's get over to the bar while we've still got some money left.
Yes, well, we have to use a bit of cunning here, to persuade him to forget this morning's little episode, and we'll get him writing again.
I think, couldn't we treat him to a few, sort of buy him a couple of, get him slightly...
Get him drunk? What a disgusting suggestion. Yes, we'll do it. My dear fellow. There we are. Yes.
Oh, my friends from the census. My very good friend.
Eh?
I've been thinking. I see now you are right. My plays are without merits. I shall give up writing for good.
Excellent. Wait a minute. No. That's not the idea at all.
My mind's made up. I've finished with playwriting. I shall join the Navy to fight for my country. Rumour has it that the King of Spain is sending an armada against us.
Armada? What absolute nonsense. You don't think Sir Francis Drake could go bowling with any chance of that, do you? Oh, you take my word for it.
Serving men 3 tankards of rough cider.
3 tankards of rough, that'll be half a groat.
Half a groat?
And 4 groats for the 2 goblets of stock.
What?
That you brought for Walter, the champion bull wrestler of Southeast England.
Oh, good heavens. Here you are, then.
Well, my good fellow, here's to your future. May all your plays be successful.
Nay, I've decided. I've finished with all that.
Oh, yeah, we'll see about that. Are your glasses empty, Wentz? More cider all round. That is just the 3 of us, I think we've got him going one. A few more tankards and he'll be putty in our hands.
Absolutely. Now, sir, tell us about these plays.
Well, nobody knows who's guilty. And then in the final soliloquy, the manservant confesses that he did it after all.
The manservant did it? What a splendid twist. Oh, yes, we can't let a talent like yours be wasted, can we, Two?
Was that who? Did I tell you about the dancing bear that went into a tavern and drank 2 flagons of ale, you see? And the host said... let me see... he said, we don't get many dancing bears drinking ale in here.
And the bear said, I'm not surprised at 6 groats a flagon. An excellent jest. I've always thought so.
By Joseph, what a quick wit you have. 6 groats of flagon, by
You
Joseph.
see, this bear says, Oh, you heard it?
Yes, I should go a bit easy on the cider if you're not used to it, too.
Yes, sorry.
Now, as I was saying, what was I talking about? Yes, of course. It would be a crime to rob the stage of your talents, my boy.
Well, if you put it like that, I suppose I am rather good. Perhaps on second thought.
Good man.
Yes, perhaps I was too hasty this morning.
Not at all my fault entirely. I shouldn't have been so sharp with you. Pressure of work, you know.
I'm going to sit myself down and write the finest play you've ever seen, for my name isn't John Grumdingle.
John Grumdingle?
That's right. Molly, fetch me quill and parchment.
Good grief, then, if you're John Grumdingle, that means you're not William Shakespeare. Where an out... Oh, the other playwright. The fellow's waiting outside my office. Come along, too. We've got to get back at once.
Hey, what's that?
Never mind. I can't wait to explain. I must get back to the office.
Hey, what's that?
Why is he hurrying off? Well, at least you'll share another flagon with me while I compose my masterpiece.
Well, if you positively insist, sir.
Good. Now, let me see. What rhymes with mother?
Another, yes. What about another?
Oh, thank you, sir. I have another goblet of that.
It's you again, is it? Oh, very well. I must be going soon. They'll need me back of the office.
Oh, so it's you that's Will Shakespeare.
Oh, now speak the truth, my dear.
Here, there's not been a bit of a mistake. Oh, still, me master will be back in a minute. I am sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, it mattereth not, wench. Pray tell me about yourself and this your loving swain. If faith, I find it most fascinating.
Well, you see, like I said, I met Bernard, you see, and I could tell he fancied me right away. Oh, ever so romantic he is. He did the Sir Walter Raleigh bit with the cloak.
Oh, you mean say he placed it over a puddle?
Yeah, and then he walked over it. Didn't half make me cloak dirty, though.
I see, yeah. So it was love at first sight, was it?
Yes, but you see, the only trouble was his family and my family ate the sight of each other.
Oh, a family feud. Well, do go on. Do you mind if I take a few notes?
Oh, no. Anyway, that night I was at my window.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a balcony it has where the parlour sticks out underneath.
Balcony, yeah. You stood at your balcony window after your first meeting with this fellow.
Yeah, that's right. We'd been out drinking and I was all infatuated. Bernard! Bernard, I cried. Wherefore art thou, Bernard?
Yeah, and wherefore was he?
Well, he was down below, you see. He'd had a drop too much and he was leaning against the wall, clutching his tummy.
Oh, now, say no more. Zoons! What a scene to put in a play. I shall weave a story round it.
Oh, yeah, what do you call it?
Oh, I know, simple title. I think something like, well, how about Bernard and Mildred? No, on second thoughts, it doesn't sound quite, right, really, does it? How about, Romeo and Mildred?
Well, I don't know. My Bernard gets ever so jealous.
Yeah, well, I expect I'll think of some other girl's name, if perchance that would please you.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, there you are, thank heavens. You are Mr. William Shakespeare, I take it.
Indeed I am, sir. And you're the official censor, I take it, sir. How do you do, sir? Well, I've been devising a plot of a new play with the help of this most charming mistress.
Oh, she is a charming mistress, isn't she? Good. Well done, Mildred. I do apologize, sir, for the delay in seeing you quite out of order, my friend. Please come into my office.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, my word, what a morning.
Yes, well, I realize how busy you government people are, sir.
Yes.
'Tis well known you're honest, zealous, industrious workers.
You're not one of these new satirists, are you? No, of course not. I do very well. You're England's most promising playwright, and we're delighted to have you in the office.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir.
You may find us a little serious and sober, but I assure you that...
And I'll make of you do me wrong to cast me off.
Oh, my goodness, you, I should never have left you in the tavern.
Don't have any more, Thomas More!
Do you drunk? Sit down. Keep quiet. Master Shakespeare, you must excuse my assistant. He's been overworked.
Of course, sir, of course, yes. About my play, sir.
Oh, your play, my dear fellow. It's a masterpiece, and from the censor's point of view, no trouble at all. I wouldn't want you to alter a word.
Oh, this is good news indeed.
Of course, we censors aren't after people like you, Mr. Shakespeare.
You're not, I see, sir.
No, we're just out to stop those plays about sex and violence. That's what we're after. We never object to a good family comedy like this charming little piece of yours. What's it called again?
Macbeth, sir.
Macbeth, that's it. Delightful. I must tell you, Master Shakespeare, I've admired your work for a long time.
But this morning you said that...
Yes, indeed. Shut up. Excellent stuff, all of it. What's your next project?
Well, I'm writing 2 plays at the moment, sir, about Henry IV.
Really? Does he know? Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, it was 1 play, you see, but
yes.
Well, it was a bit long, so I thought I'd make 2 of it.
Oh.
Well, Henry IV Part 1 and Henry IV Part 2.
Oh, I say that's never been done
I
before.
suppose you'll put advertisements in the middle.
Will you be quiet? Advertisements in the middle, indeed. Master Shakespeare's a very important visitor. I do apologize, Master Shakespeare.
Oh, well, there's no need to, sir. You've been most courteous. I shall tell Sir Francis Bacon how helpful you've been.
Sir Francis Bacon? Will you? Oh, very
yes,
good of you.
He's been very kind, you know. He's taken quite an interest in my affairs.
Really? Is that so, really?
Yes, I'm sorry to disturb you, sir, but there's 3 men out there. I think you'd better come and see them in the outer office.
Oh, yes, but Mr. Shakespeare, where are you? Will you excuse me? Pressure of work, you understand.
I see, sir. Quite right.
What's the idea, Mildred? I didn't want to leave our guest. Who's this?
Constable John,
Constable
sir.
John?
Yes, I have here a warrant for the arrest of one William Shakespeare playwright who is charged with the wilful assault and battery of one of Her Majesty's clerical officers.
Oh, good gracious, the warrant. Yes, well, Constable John, it's cancelled.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I can't accept that, sir. Only the clerk of the court can cancel a warrant once it's been sworn.
I'll send this young lady round to see him immediately.
Yeah, well, that's no use, sir. The clerk of the court's left for the assizes. I'm here to arrest William Shakespeare.
You can't do that, Mr. He's a very important man, friends in high places and all that sort of thing.
Yes, well, that's up to those who took the warrant out. They'll have to answer for that. Now, if you'll just stand aside, sir, I'll carry on with my duty.
No. Look, Constable John, it's all a mistake.
It's no use protesting, sir. I've not seen this Shakespeare, but we know he's in your office, and we're going to take him. Now, come on, then.
Ah, very well, yes. Yes, I've got an idea. Well, in the circumstances, I suppose there's nothing I can do. Come along in. There you are, Constable. That's your man.
Thank you, sir. Right, men, take him away. Now, stand no nonsense. He's a rough customer.
Take your business hands off. What's going on here?
He said he's been fighting. Look at his nose.
Yes, he's had a drink or two by the smell of his breath.
What are you ruffians doing? Get those leg irons off me. It's all a mistake.
Yes, that's what they all say, sir. Now, take him away, men. Put him in the wagon.
Oh, no.
Thank you for your help, sir.
Not at all, Constable John. Good day to you. I'm sorry about that, Master Will. A spot of unfinished business.
Alas, poor fellow.
Don't worry, I'll bail him out tomorrow. Now, Master Shakespeare, I think you said you put in a good word for us with Sir Francis Bacon.
Indeed will I, sir. Well, that concludes our business, I think.
Good. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yes, indeed. All's well. Bodkins. That'll make a title for a play, wouldn't it? All's well that ends well. And so Master Shakespeare was well pleased, and the day did end with great merriment and feasting.
Extraordinary. All very different from the 1960s, eh? Does it say what happened to that assistant fella who got arrested?
Yes, according to this, he was fined 20 groats for disturbing the Queen's peace by punching himself on the nose.
Oh, I say.
Mind you, he was a bit of an ass, judging from those records.
I don't know that his superior was much better. Sounds like a pompous old shirker to me.
Yes, indeed. Oh, you never get types like that in the civil service today.
Muddling through as the men from the Ministry were Wilfrid Hyde White and Richard Murdoch. Also featured were Roy Dotrice, Jack Watson, Norma Ronald and Gordon Clyde. The programme was written by Johnnie Mortimer, Brian Cooke and Edward Taylor, and produced by Edward Taylor.
Roy Dotrice is a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Time now to meet the men from the Ministry. We present Wilfrid Hyde White and Richard Murdoch in The Men from the Ministry, a weekly tribute to the men of our government offices. Men who spend their daily train journeys studying that large newspaper held high in front of them. Men indeed who are often behind the times. Our story opens in Whitehall in the Department of General Assistance. They're very concerned about a missing piece of government property.
This is a serious one. If it can't be found, the atomic power station at Skillydoon will never be finished.
Dear me, and after all the work that's gone into the thing.
What can have happened to it?
Just a minute, too. Isn't that it? Floating in your tea.
In my... Oh, you're right when it is. I'll just fish it out and... There we are.
Capital, the atomic power station at Skillydoon.
Yes. Hardest jigsaw puzzle we've ever done. Lucky you spotted that missing piece.
Quite. It's only on loan, you know.
Yes.
I got it from the Civil Service Keep Fit Club.
I must say it was easier than the last jigsaw puzzle. Modern aircraft of Great Britain. That one was tricky.
Tricky it certainly was. They'd withdrawn half the pieces, if you remember.
Well, what's next on the agenda?
Let me see. We've finished the crossword, haven't we?
I say, can't we play suck football?
It's called blow football, too, not suck football. We'd still have the ball if you'd remembered that.
Well, what about a hand of cribbage?
No good, I'm afraid we haven't got a full pack of cards. I lost the ace of spades. Found it slipped into a file I was sending up to Sir Gregory.
Oh, the permanent undersecretary?
Yes, poor fellow was in fear and trembling for weeks. Thought the mafia were after him.
Oh, dear, no more games or puzzles.
Oh, dear.
Well, it rather looks as if there's nothing else for it.
Yes, I'm afraid it does. Have we got any work to do?
Well, the Ministry of Works is a bit overloaded. We're supposed to be helping them.
Oh, yes, Sir Gregory gave us that job last month. Didn't he? I understand they're going to build a new block of government offices somewhere or other, isn't that it?
Yes, and we've got to see that the work is kept up to schedule.
I wonder when they intend to start. I only hope they're not going to put up one of those great ugly monstrosities you see round London these days.
Put up what?
One of those great ugly monstrosities you see round London these days. Hello?
Pigeon here.
Oh, Sir Gregory. How do you do? I'm just talking about you. How nice of you to ring.
I'm calling about this job I gave you a minute ago.
Yes.
Supervising the schedule of this new building.
New building. Oh, yes. Well, I tell you what, we'll give it our full attention as soon as they let us know where it's going to be and when they're going to start.
They started weeks ago.
They started What? Did they? Oh, good heavens. I mean, yes, of course they did. Weeks ago.
They
yes,
did,
quite
yes,
right.
right next to your own building.
Yes, oh, I wondered what all that noise was, didn't you?
This place is being built for the Ministry of Technological Development and Morris dancing. The Minister himself is coming down tomorrow to inspect the site.
The Minister is?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
I'll be with him.
See.
To see to it that the work is up to schedule.
Up to schedule, certainly, Sir Gregory. Do give my regards to Lady Gregory. Oh, he seems to have been cut off. Did you hear that, too?
Yes, one. I was on the extension.
Aha.
So that's what they're building next door. You can actually see the workmen from our window. I was watching them all yesterday. Lazy devils they are. Stand around looking up at our windows half the time.
Really, too, you might have told me they were building something next door. I can't be expected to notice every little detail, can I?
Sorry, one.
Well, you better get down and make sure that everything's going according to schedule. See if you can do anything. Speed things up. Time's money, you know. Time's money. What is the time, by the way?
11:30. 11.
11:30? Good heavens. Be late for my lunch at the club. Get on with it, too, and see they're up to schedule.
Well, I believe I have seen a work schedule somewhere around the office. Now, where was it?
Mr. H.J. left in a hurry. Cool, he's a regular white tornado when he gets going.
Now, Mildred, I've mislaid a work schedule. We're so busy lately. We'd better have a scout round the office.
Oh, good. I could do with some help. Is it Bobber Jobwiz again?
I mean, have a look round. Now, where would I be likely to put an important document?
Well, let's do it like that Sherlock Holmes on the telly. We use a process of logical seduction. It's an important document. You had it last. Well, there's only one place it's likely to be.
No use, Mildred. I've already looked in the wastepaper basket.
Oh. Well, where else is there? Lining the biscuit tin? No. Wedged in that wonky window? No. Oh, here it is. Well, of all the places.
Where was it?
In the in-tray.
Amazing. Let me have a look at it. Ah, yes. Schedule of work for the construction of Sabbathwaite House. Oh, so they've named the building after old Reggie Sabbathwaite at last.
Well, who was Reggie Sabbathwaite?
Oh, a great hero in civil service folklore. He was the chap at the Egg Marketing Board who thought of calling ordinary eggs large and little titty ones standard. Anyway, let's look at this schedule. Oh, yes, here we are. Now, today's the 5th. Ah, I see this morning the gas board are due to lay their piping.
Oh, yes. That must be why they dug that great big hole in the road. All the traffic's diverted, so you can see it from the window.
A big hole in the road. I'd better go down and look into it. I see. According to this, the electricity board are coming to lay their cables this afternoon. I think I can see a way to save a bit of time on this job. You stay and look after the office, Mildred.
What is
Right, lads, tea break, down tools. What was that, Fergus? Your tools on the ground. Well, pick it up and put it down again, will you?
I say, excuse me.
Hello?
May I have a word with you, Mr.
O'Hooligan, sir. Yes, Patrick O'Hooligan. Foreman for the gas board and shop steward of Mugwump.
Mugwump.
Yeah, that's right. The Municipal Union of Gas Workers and Underground Maintenance Personnel. Mugwump, I see.
Now, Lamb, General Assistance Department, we're responsible for keeping the work up to schedule.
Is that right? Yeah. Oh, well, now you're just in time for the brew. Yes. Charlie makes a very good cup of tea. I'll pour you one out. Sit yourself down.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll use this upturned bucket.
No, you'll have to use a cup. Same as the rest of it. Yes. You can sit on that small toolbox down there.
Actually, we at the Ministry are rather worried about the work schedule. This large backlog's a bit of a problem.
Is it? Well, you'd better sit on the big toolbox.
And we've got the Minister coming to look at the site tomorrow morning.
Oh, coming to look at the site, is he? Oh, dear, and the ground's all muddy and churned up. The foundation's only half finished.
He's coming with Sir Gregory Pitkin.
A horrible sight to look at.
Yes, I've seen him.
Still, we'll have finished fitting in our hole and be gone by then.
The hole. Now, that's what I've come about.
Yes.
I've had rather a good idea.
Well, now, if there's any way we at the gas board can help...
Oh, there is, you see. You've already dug this hole,
yes,
and the electricity board people will be coming along soon to dig another.
That's right, yes, they will indeed.
Now,
yes.
My idea is this. If you were to leave your hole unfilled...
Of course, I see it now. They could use it to lay their cable in, instead of digging their own.
Absolutely, think of the time it would save.
Yeah, and the wasted labour.
Reduce inconvenience to traffic.
All pulling together for a better Britain.
Precisely. Then you'll do it.
No, it's out of the question.
What?
What I mean, there's the lads to think of, eh? I mean, what about Arnold? No, Arnold, he wouldn't like it for a start.
Arnold?
Yeah, Arnold. He's our wholesaler. Yeah, well, he's been standing around all day just itching to get at it.
Oh, I'm sure he won't mind. It'll save him a bit of work.
Not mind. Oh, he's an artist, is Arnold. Oh, he loves filling a hole. Yes, really throws himself into it.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I've given my views on this hole. I must insist you fall in with them.
Well, and then there's the union. I mean, they won't like it either. Oh, I'll have to call a meeting of the local trig.
Surely you mean branch?
No, there's not very many of us. Still, I'm warning you, there may be trouble over this.
Oh, I'm sure you exaggerate, Mr.
Hooligan.
Yeah,
Hooligan.
This'll speed things up. I mean, the electricity board people will be here soon. There'll be no trouble. Oh, no.
Now, let me see if I've got the position clear, sir. You are suggesting that we should lay our electricity board cable in this hole left by the gas board?
Yes, that's right.
You're joking, sir. That's sort of upper-class humour at the expense of the working man.
No, I assure you.
I must point out that as area representative of Feb Midfu...
Feb what?
Feb Midfu, the Federated Electricity Board Manual Diggers and Fillers Union.
Oh, that's Feb Midfu.
That Article 29, subsection 7b, paragraph 4a of the Feb Midfu rulebook specifically states, and I quote, "No member shall stick his cable in an unauthorised hole."
Yeah, well, I say, but Mr. Alex, couldn't you, just this once?
This here hole is definitely not one of ours. I mean, just look at it. What has happened to British craftsmanship, eh? I remember the days when Britain used to lead the world in holes.
Yes, there was a time when we used to export them. But to get back to the point, this hole may not be up to design center standards, but it is a hole, and I want you to lay your cable in it.
Oh, no. I'm afraid it's out of the question, sir. My lads insist on digging their own hole.
Oh, good gracious. What am I going to do? A huge hole in the middle of the road, no one to fit it in, traffic delayed indefinitely.
Steady on. You're creasing the lapels of my donkey jacket.
But I'll be blamed, don't you see? They'll blame me. I told them to leave the hole empty. Oh, thank goodness. Here comes my number one back from lunch.
Ah, there you are, too. Everything going smoothly.
Oh, thank heavens you're here, one. I'm in trouble.
What? Haven't swallowed your season ticket again, have you?
Oh, it's not that. It's this hole.
What about
the
it?
other chaps didn't fill it. Well, they would have, but I told them not to fill it, that is, you see. I wanted this chap to, but he won't, because he wants his own to fill when he's dug it, you see. And I thought it would save time.
Yes, I think I understand, too. Nobody else would. Well, I think I understand.
Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, have you finished your cogitation?
Oh, yes, I think so, Mr. Who's this?
Armstrong Jones, sir. Wilfrid Armstrong Jones.
What an extraordinary name. I think I'll call you... Alfred. I can see, Alfred. May I call you Alfred?
Oh, yes, sir.
I can see that you're a man of principle, and I admire you for it.
Oh,
I can quite see the electricity board must have their own hole. You can dig it by the side of this one, can't you?
Well, that sounds fair enough to me, sir.
Just one thing. Now, is there anything in your rule book that tells you where you have to put the earth to dig out?
Oh, no. That's left entirely to our imagination.
Capital, Wilfrid. Then you wouldn't mind tossing it over into this other hole left by the gas board, would you?
Well, if that's where you want it, sir, that's where we'll put it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, lads, let's get stuck in. Come on, there yourself.
There you are, too. All it takes is a little diplomacy. Come on, I'll tell you what we do. We're going to have a cup of tea at the office and come back when they've finished.
Oh, you are clever one. They'll fill in the gas board hole with all the earth they dig out of the electricity board hole. It's absolutely foolproof. What do we find this time, one? Everything nicely in hand, I should think.
Yes, mind that girder, too.
Oh! What did you say?
Doesn't matter now.
I must say I did enjoy that cup of tea.
Did you more than I did, too? I can't stand those tea bags Mildred started using.
Tea bags? Oh, say, that's what I was chewing. I thought it was a ginger biscuit gone soggy.
That instant tea used to be all right, apart from the fact it took 20 minutes to get the lid off the jar.
Well, here we are, one. I say,
what?
Those electricity chaps seem to be putting their tools on the lorry.
Yes, but they can't have finished yet. They've still got to fill in the hole that they dug.
Oh, dear, I've got that something's gone wrong feeling again.
Oh, there you are, sir. Well, we're just taking our departure.
Just a moment. Now, answer this slowly and carefully, if you will. Why haven't you filled in your hole?
Oh, well, there's a simple answer to that, sir. We haven't got any earth to fill it with.
Good gracious, don't you see, one? They've put all their earth in the gas ball.
Oh, do be quiet, It's perfectly simple. It's perfectly simple, isn't it? You chaps can fill your hole with this pile of earth over here.
Oh, dear me. No, sir. No.
Why not?
No. That pile of earth there comes from when the gas board first dug their hole.
Yes, but what's the problem?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, that pile of earth is gas board earth. We can't fill an electricity board hole with gas board earth.
Oh, I'd like to think about that for a moment.
I say, one, I think I've got it. Couldn't they take out all the earth they put in the first hole and put it back in their own?
Oh, don't interrupt. I told you I'm thinking. Yes. Now, tell me. Yes, I've got an idea here. Now, why don't you take all the earth you put in the first hole and put it back in your own?
No. If we took out all the earth, we would, in effect, be digging another hole, wouldn't we?
Well, you would.
Yeah. And we'd only contracted to dig one hole.
Oh.
Oh, no. So get the stuff on the lorry, lads.
Oh, dear. Traffic was supposed to be moving again by tomorrow. The minister, Sir Gregory... if they see this unscheduled hole, they'll know it's my fault. Oh, if I hadn't... Oh, dear, the mind boggles.
There you are. See what you've done, don't you? You've started my assistant boggling.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. There you are.
Yes.
Heaven knows I've always done my best, and now this, my career ruined, a transfer to archives at Ballymucky, the secretaryship of the Civil Service Stamp Club snatched from my grasp.
Now, steady, too. You know what the doctor told you. Too much boggling's bad for you.
What's going on here? Who's still in the gas board hole?
Afternoon, brother.
Afternoon, brother. Well, who did it? Who ordered it to be filled in?
It was him, brother. I just did as I was instructed.
Who the devil's this, too?
Well, it's the mugwump man.
Mugwump?
Yes. That's right. He went off to consult his union.
That I did, yes, and I'm afraid they voted inanimately against your cancer. Turned it down by an overwhelming show of fingers.
You mean hands, brother?
No, fingers. They didn't like it at all. And then the moment I turn my back, I find you've done it. Right under my nostrils. This will not rest here. I'll take it to the highest quarter.
Oh, we are solidly behind you, brother.
Now you see what you've done, too?
But I only wanted to help. I mean, speed things up.
Whatever happened there, Mr. Lamb?
Well, Mildred, they both flatly refused to do a thing. They went off shouting something about strike action.
Oh, fancy. There's a great big hole in the middle of the road out there, and no one to fill it in.
Exactly. And according to the schedule, there shouldn't be any holes left. When Sir Gregory sees one tomorrow, he'll want to get to the bottom of it.
Well, no wonder Mr. H.J. went into his office and slammed the door. This is your worst clanger since that War Office job, when you sent that consignment of boxing gloves to the Women's Defence Corps.
Oh, don't remind me, yes, and 800 pairs of long khaki bloomers to the Royal Marine Commandos. But at least we managed to keep that from Sir Gregory. This huge illicit hole out there is going to be something he can't miss, and when he sees it, he'll go mad.
To step into my office for a moment, Mr.
Yes, son, yes.
I think I may have solved our little problem, too.
Oh, I am relieved. I knew you'd come up with something.
Yes, well, I've had years of experience in this sort of thing, haven't I?
And what is your solution?
Now, I'll tell you, I thought we could cut a piece of old file cover and mark it Ace of Spades. Then we could play cricket.
Oh, no. Not that problem. It's the other one I'm worried about.
One?
That hole out there.
That hole, I've got the answer to that as well. We must take steps, too. We've got to get rid of that hole.
That's all very well, but where are we going to put it?
We won't put it anywhere, too. We'll fill it in with earth, that brown stuff.
You mean fill it ourselves?
Fill it ourselves.
I say, what a splendid... No, wait a minute.
What?
We're non-union labour. Those two union chaps wouldn't stand for it. We'd have the whole lot out on strike.
Not if we're careful, too. They needn't know anything about it. We do it in the middle of the night, fait accompli, and no one can argue, can they?
Oh, and everything will be neat and tidy to the great visit. You're quite right, man. We'll fill it in ourselves.
Fill it in ourselves, yes. Of course, it doesn't really need two of us, does it?
No, I suppose not. Yes, which one of us it is going to do?
Yes, which one is it? Yes.
Yes, quite.
Yes.
It's me, isn't it?
Yes, it's you. You started this business in the first place, remember that? Anyway, I'm busy tonight, must write to the Times about my rhubarb.
Yeah. Oh, well, it'll put things right.
Quite, you hard to believe there's a fellow from Dorset's been claiming it can't be grown in a window box. Absolute nonsense. So that's settled then. You'll come back at midnight and shovel the earth into the hole.
I'll come back about midnight and shovel the earth into the hole.
The other half of your pipe.
Oh, thank you, brother. Nice drop of stout, they say.
But tell me, are you keeping busy then?
Oh, not bad, you know. Plenty of work about. Of course, you can't get the labourers like you used to.
No, that's true, brother. No, they're all out-of-work actors, half of them. Yes. Quite useless. You know, we had a fella the other day. He put his pick right through a sewer pipe.
Oh, dear. I bet he was covered with confusion.
No, not at all. No, he was one of these actors, you see. And he got such a round of applause from the onlookers. He fractured a water pipe for an encore.
Yeah, the onlookers. You still drawing good crowds, brother?
Well, you mustn't grumble, you know, considering the counter-attractions. I mean, not that telly and films can ever compete with a really well-produced building site.
Yeah. Well, the lads work best when there's an audience watching them. I usually begins with a lively opening number from the drill and the steam hammer.
Oh, yes, that's a nice opening, that is. Yeah. Catch their attention.
Yeah, followed by the solo spot. A bit of fancy cable splicing from young Reggie, accompanied by Harold and the insulated slippers.
Oh, yes. Very good team there.
And then we all join in for the grand finale. Filling, tarring, and stamping down.
Yeah, that sounds like a well-balanced bill to me.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Speaking of work, brother.
Yeah?
Well, I've been thinking about that business this afternoon, you know. Do you think we might have been a bit, hasty?
Oh, well, yeah, they are, yeah. Well, funny, I've been thinking that myself, brother. We didn't bend in any way, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't bend.
No, you're right. You're right, brother. The way I see it is we ought to have bent a bit.
We should have bent.
Yes, I think we should have done. And those men from the ministry were a right pair of dafties, but they seemed decent with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they did. They did that.
Yeah. Like the Prime Minister said on the telly, it's up to us, he said. We've all got to band together for a better Britain.
He said that, did he? Well, perhaps we ought to do something to smooth things out.
Exactly what I was thinking. Now, between the two of us, we could fill that hole up in an hour.
Well, if we used a big bulldozer, we could do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Wouldn't do to let the unions know, though. We'd have to do it on the quiet.
Just after midnight. That's the time. See, what is it? There's nobody around then.
It'll be dark, of course, yeah.
Yes.
Well, we can't put the arc lights on, and we give the game away.
Well, we don't need any light, do we, brother? Just point the bulldozer at that pile of earth, and it'll push the whole lot down the hole in one big heave.
Good morning, Mildred. Hard at it, I see.
Morning, sir. Oh, I am having trouble with this typewriter. It keeps shooting across.
Really? Well, today's the day, Mildred. The minister himself's coming to inspect the site.
Yeah, I just knocked me nail varnish all over the notepaper.
Have you? Then it is going to be in red letter day, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Here, I see that hole's been filled in down there.
Yes, and we can thank Mr. Lamb for solving that little problem. He must have been up half the night.
Did he?
Yes, and a grand job he made of it, too. I had a look at it on my way in. A real professional job, I must go and congratulate him. Is he in his office?
Well, no, Mr. H.J. He hasn't come in at all yet. I'm getting quite worried.
That's unusual. Not in, did you say?
No.
I've never known to be later than I am. Perhaps he's sleeping it off, do you think?
Well, no, sir. I rang his flat earlier on and there was no answer.
Rang his flat?
Well, yes. I wanted to remind him to bring the ginger biscuits to buy them on his way to work on account that he's got the tea money.
An extraordinary thing, huh? No answer. You say, when he left by then, he'd be here by now, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I wonder.
Top of the morning to you, sir.
I second the motion.
Ah, the union chaps. What can I do for you?
Well, sir, it's about that hole. The one that's not there anymore.
Not there. Somebody's filled it in. Good gracious. Fancy that, I wonder who...
Well, we know who did it, all right.
You do?
Yes, we know that.
Oh, well, I can assure you, I had no knowledge of this unprincipled behavior on the part of
us. We did it.
I must assume all responsibility for that. What did you say? You did it?
That's right, yes. But nothing official, you understand.
We did it in our capacity as private citizens. We waited until it was dark, then went to the building site.
Got out the old bulldozer and started up.
We drove towards this steep of earth, and with one mighty heave...
We pushed the whole lot into the hole.
Good gracious me.
And then we drove the bulldozer over it once or twice to flatten it out. Press it down, good and firm.
Tell me, what time was this?
When did it? It would be not long after midnight, I suppose.
Not long after midnight, dear me. Did you see any signs of my number 2 near the hole?
No. It was pitch black. Couldn't see a thing.
Oh dear.
That number 2 of yours, he looked a bit worried yesterday afternoon, as if things were getting on top of him.
Yes, I'm afraid they have.
Mr. Hamilton, John!
Now, steady, Mildred, steady.
Yes. That's what they've done.
Steady. I'm afraid Mildred's probably right, but there may still be time. Quick, follow me, you fellows, follow me. Come along. Can't you fellows dig any faster? Put your backs into it.
Well, it's a terrible business, this. I shall plead temporary insanity.
We're both to blame, brother. A momentary arbitration on our part.
Never mind. Let's just keep digging.
That's all right. It's all right for you. All you're doing is poking about with that umbrella of yours.
This is no time for argument. There's a man buried under there. First-class civil servant and a fine, useful citizen.
Saints preserve us. There's 2 of them now.
We can only hope he's managed to trap a pocket of air into his bowler hat or something.
Yeah, just a minute. Are you sure that was his briefcase we found?
Of course, I'm sure. I'd know it anywhere. I was with him when he bought it. He brought it from Ryman, Inchcliffe and Parks, the civil service outfitters. Look, their initials are on the lock, R.I.P. Oh, my dear, what am I saying? Oh,
Well, we must be getting near the bottom now. There's a cable here. No sign of him yet.
Wait. Just a moment. There's a foot here.
A foot?
Look, a foot.
Well, grab it.
I'll grab hold of it. Ow. It's mine.
Oh, dear, poor lamb, and he had such a promising career ahead of him. I've never seen a smoother action with a rubber stamp. What good times we did have together. Will I never hear his cheerful voice again?
Morning, Bob. What are you doing down that hole?
What? Don't just stand there, too. Get down and start digging.
Right, I'll jump down, yes. There, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to go to the lost property.
No time to chat. You get hold of a shovel.
Yes, certainly. But, what are we digging for?
What are we digging for? Don't ask silly questions. We're digging for you. Oh, good heavens.
Saints preserve us. It's himself. He's come back to haunt us. Look at his horrible white face. Look. Scare and bloodshot eyes of it.
Never. He's flesh and blood, more or less. That means we've been digging here for nothing.
Two, I think you've got some explaining to do.
I should think so. I'll not be made a fool of like this.
Neither will I.
And you better have a pretty good explanation.
Rather puzzling, really. I was a bit late getting here last night, and I found the hole was already filled in.
What about your briefcase? We found it lying over there.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I'm always leaving it behind, and it's full of important documents, like the holiday list and the tea and biscuits rota.
Yes, all right.
And that's why I was late, you see, to go into the lost property office. Ah, well, all's well that ends well. At least we've got rid of the hole.
Got rid of the hole? What do you think we're standing in at the moment?
Oh, we're standing in the hole, aren't we?
Thanks to Dean for you, we got this infernal hole back again, deeper than ever.
Deeper than ever?
Yes, those two unifellas gone off in a huff.
Off in a huff.
It's prolonged diversion of traffic, causing a stream of complaints. Furthermore, the minister, Sir Gregory, will be here any minute, and it's all your fault, you idiot.
It's all your fault, you idiot.
Two, pull yourself together. Listen, we've got to act quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, we've got to get out of this hole. We can use that shovel as a ladder. Give me a hand. Now, once we're out, I'll tell you what to do. And they'll be here in a minute. There's no time to lose.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you'll find everything to your satisfaction, Minister. The work is all up to date. My staff have been supervising it personally.
Splendid.
Good Lord, careful. You don't step in that hole, Minister.
Oh, hole. There shouldn't be a hole here, should there?
No, there shouldn't. No, not at this stage.
Not on the schedule, is it?
No, Minister. A slight misunderstanding, I think.
A bit unfortunate, Victim. Holding up the traffic, you see.
I shall take it up with those responsible, Minister.
Ah, splendid. So, as the hole is here, let's get down and have a look at it.
What, you get in the hole?
Into the hole, yes. Have a look at all those cables and loose ends. Give me a hand down, will you?
Very well, Minister. Look, we can use that shovel as a ladder. And when I get hold of Hamilton Jones, he'll have a...
Too quick before they get here. You've got a driving license, haven't you? Do you know how to start this thing?
Well, I'm not too sure, man. I've never driven a bulldozer before. I think you press this thing here.
Good, that's done it. Well done. I'll just look round the corner and see if the coast's clear.
That's right.
Yes, it's all right. Not a soul in sight.
Oh, jolly good. Then away we go.
Good, that's the thing. Now head straight for that pile of earth over there and push it into the hole. One great heave should do it.
Right you are,
yes.
Oh, this will solve all our problems. Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead, yes. Over we go.
Muddling through as the men from the ministry were Wilfrid, Hyde, and Richard Murdoch. Also featured were Roy Dotrice, Norma Ronald, and John Graham. The program was written by Johnnie Mortimer, Brian Cooke, and Edward Taylor, and produced by Edward Taylor.
Roy Dotrice is a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company.